What's up, gang? We back with another one, baby. That's right. On the box Chevy again. Got the old 4L80 attached to the four-way stroker. And it's time to go ahead and drop it on down in there, gang. That's right. Went ahead and torqued the heads down. New rear main seal. New timing cover gasket. New all-pan gasket. New rotating assembly. Fully built, baby. That's right, by Willie Rebuild. But one thing I want to point out to y'all before we sit the engine down in the car, I don't know how good y'all can see, but on these CNC heads and these exhaust bolts, let me see if I stick my hand in there, can I mess with the light in there? Or maybe I'll shine some light in there. I think I got my flashlight with me. Let me check and see, because I want to show y'all. But that bolt, those bolts, you got to put sealing on them, because when they CNC them, they cut. Nope. Don't think I have the flashlight, gang. Think I left the flashlight at the house. And I don't have a small light to shine on in there and show y'all, but all those exhaust bolts, you see the light coming through this one? If you just install those bolts in there for your rockers, see that one? Same thing. You can see straight through the head to the light, You can see the light coming through it. You want to put some sealing, thread sealer, probably run some high heat RTV around the bolts or something, whatever you can run through it. Because if not, what'll happen, engine will start smoking because it's passing all through the passages and getting into the intake or getting into the exhaust. That's your intake bolts do it. Probably suck all back into the intake. That's a little tip for y'all when y'all running CNC heads, to put a little Teflon tape. Not the tape, because the tape not good enough, it's not gonna hold. But some kind of thread seal or something to seal that up, to stop it from coming through. But we got everything, made it up together. And now it's time to go ahead and sit it in the box Chevy. Box Chevy, man, is on, baby. That's right. Another thing, before we get started on the box Chevy, so I got the pedal in for the dump, and I got action on the pedal, on the new style pedal. Like I told y'all before, this the kind of pedal I want to run, the pedal that go to the firewall. Now, I had one guy in the comment, and he was saying that all the pedals is the same. The pedals is not the same, bro. The plug the same, but the way the pins are wired is different. So if you stick a truck pedal in here, you probably get the same results. It won't do nothing. You can switch the pins around and get action like that, but I'm not gonna tamper with the harness, because if I tamper with the harness, that's gonna void the warranty. So that's why I didn't do that. Another thing, that Camaro pedal was gonna be harder to mount. Like I see, I already had made a bracket for it, so that's why I didn't want to take that pedal out to try to use the other pedal, because I was gonna have to make another bracket for it. And also, the guy was saying that the engine is only gonna make 60 or 70% throttle. Not over here with Willie Rebuild, baby. And you'll get to see the end result when I stick it on the dyno. I guarantee you it won't be making no 60 or 70% throttle. That bitch gonna be making 110% throttle when I get finished with it, Jack. That's right. But now that I got the pedal in, I can deal with the TCM and the computer. I just wanted to make sure that the pedal was gonna be good, and that's good. So now I get the TCM and do the tuning that I need to do and get the dunk back on the road. But in the midst of that, I'm about to go ahead and knock the box Chevy out, because it's not my fault that the guys supplied the wrong parts, but I will get it straightened out. But we going on a box Chevy now, gang. That's right. So as you can see, I got everything, all the mounts and stuff in. I went ahead and replaced the 2 damaged brake lines in the front. Also, I changed the brackets. I took these brackets off a Blazer, cut them down and modified them. This the old lines, I cut them. I got 2 new lines right here to put back in the front. Another thing, I had to switch that mount around. I need to tighten that up right quick, and then we gonna go ahead and sit the engine in, gang. So let me cut y'all off for a second, and we gonna get the engine up on the stand, get it down in the car, do as much as we could do. It's kind of late. I've been ripping and running all day, so I'll probably get the engine sit in the car and start messing with the cross member, wire it up. So cutting these wires down, put the inner fenders back in. We not gonna turn this into a project. I'm gonna put fire in a hole in this bitch in 72 hours, gang. That's right. That's right. So let me get that mount tightened up, and then I'm gonna cut y'all back on in a minute. All right, gang, we back. So I went ahead and dropped the engine in. Kind of left y'all behind on that one because my buddy came over and started talking, and I was trying to get things done. Didn't really want to put him on camera, so I went ahead and sit the engine in the car. As you can see, I installed the AC compressor bracket because this the factory compressor that he had on his 305, because the car 89, so it already had the serpentine setup. So I didn't open the system or anything. I just had the compressor sitting down on the frame. So I went ahead and installed the bracket because I'm getting ready to put the inner fenders back in. Also, I installed the cross member. As you can see, it's a G-force cross member. Went ahead and installed that. Went ahead and started routing my wires the way I usually route them. I haven't put the wire harness in yet because I'm waiting on the customer to drop the intake off to me so I can sit the intake on, get my wires routed how I want them, and have everything measured out where it need to be at. And plus, I don't really want to be messing with stuff on top of the engine without the intake, because I don't want nothing to fall inside the engine. So I went ahead and started painting my valve covers to match the block black. Got my valet cover down there on the floor, getting ready to repaint it as well. It's been sitting a while, got some scratches on it. Got my valve cover gasket, valve cover gaskets, and the valet cover gaskets. Went ahead and used the ARP bolts on the heads, ARP bolts in the block, because he said he want to put a LSA on here. So just in case he do, I already have ARP bolts, upgraded head bolts. and the engine should be able to handle the LSA with no problem. It's built to handle 1,000 horsepower, built by me, Willie Rebuild, baby. That's right. Also went ahead and just mocked the radiator up in the car. Right now I just got it zip tied in there. Eventually I'm gonna put a shroud on this radiator to give it a clean factory look. Right now I just got a zip tie right there. What else, gang? Need to touch up the engine bay a little bit more with the paint and then clean everything up, make it a nice clean install. But other than that, finna be putting fire in the hole on the box Chevy pretty soon, gang. Gonna put fire in the hole on the box Chevy pretty soon. She came a long ways. It was a lot of work trying to clean the frame up and do the suspension and all this stuff here, but we getting close to the end. Once the guy bring me the parts, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the box Chevy up. Now, as for the dump, I went ahead and pulled out the old gas pedal, as you can see right here. And my other gas pedal was slightly different, my angle on this, so I had to take the bracket back out. And as you can see, the plug is the same on this pedal as the one I installed in the car, but your difference in your gas pedal is your pins, the way that the harness is pinned out. So if y'all been watching my videos, y'all know I'm not the type of guy that's going, if I buy it and it's supposed to work a certain way, that's the way how I'm gonna use it. You know, far as like me altering the harness and stuff like that, I'm not gonna do it because that voids the customer warranty. And not just that, if the harness have a problem that I don't know about and I'm already altering the harness, then I done voided the warranty by trying to modify the harness to work to something that's not specifically for it. So I'm just gonna go and get what was supposed to go to the part that I'm using and use it the way that it was designed to be used. But once I put the other pedal in, we got throttle response, and that just bring me one step closer to getting everything the way that it's supposed to be. So I'll go ahead and crank the car up and let y'all see. I also had to modify the bracket. Let me grab my flashlight because I got it with me today because I knew that I was gonna be coming to show y'all the results of the pedal. So let me grab my flashlight. That way I ain't gotta hook up the light and all that, just to show y'all what I had to do. But I'm gonna be pulling the pedal back out one last time to make a slight adjustment on it. As you can see, the pedal is sitting kind of crooked, and I'm gonna try to angle it over a little bit. I'm not sure how much angling I'm gonna do because, like I said, I already had built the bracket for that other pedal. So that's the situation with that. And yeah, I might be able to go over a little bit more, but as you can see, that's the bracket I made in there for it. And the wires and stuff is hanging down because I'm getting ready to take the TCM out. But for the time being, I'm gonna just start it and let y'all see that the throttle situation has been resolved. can see, throttle situation been resolved. Still gotta deal with the TCM situation because the TCM is not communicating. TCM not communicating with the ECM, which I told y'all that in the beginning. Looked like my wrench done fell off from up here from the vibration. Take that battery cable off. Take that battery cable off. But yeah, gang, the TCM, once I deal with that, then I should be able to go take the car to the exhaust shop and get everything situated with the exhaust and also get the AC lines made. So that was the situation with that, just slowing everything down because I got to backtrack. Plus, I'm one guy, so, you know, once I run into a problem, especially if it's not my fault, then I'm going to jump on the next call. I don't have time to really wait. So that's what I did. I jumped on the box Chevy, started doing that in a time while I was waiting on the gas pedal and stuff like that to come in. So pretty soon we'll have the don't wrapped up. Once I deal with the situations with the TCM and all of that, get the exhaust on, then we can start tuning on the car and get everything dialed in the way that it's supposed to be. But as far as the box Chevy, supposed to go pick up the water pump and stuff like that with the customer tomorrow. He already got the intake, so I should be coming back with the wiring video on the box Chevy, showing y'all how I run the wires. You already kind of got an idea. You see how I route the wires, factory looking, down the front of the motor, around to keep them up under the header. Same with my constant power on my harness and my crank sensor. I run that the same way, just how they run it from the factory. And that's about it, gang. Just give it a clean install. And also, it would be beautiful if I can get this guy to pick up his decoder digital, and that way I can run these wires all at the same time. Because once I put all this stuff in and then gotta come back and, you know, run the wires for the sending units, for the decoder and stuff like that, that creates another task because I gotta take stuff back loose when I already got it loose, and I can do it all at one time, gang. So that's where we at in the shop with what's going on now. Monte Carlo is still here because it got a small fuel leak, but it got a full tank of gas. So I've been trying to run the gas out of it, but I still want to try to bring it back to my tuner and let him tweak the IACs a little bit when the car cold, because it still wants to cut off until the car kind of warm up. And also I went ahead and changed the thermostat in it and put a bigger thermostat to make the car warm up faster, and it still kind of do it a little bit. So I'm gonna try to see if we can get that out and just do the best job that I can to try to make the car as streetable as I can before it leaves, gang. But that's just a downside when you're dealing with performance engines. You're not gonna have all the same drivability once you build those type of engines. And I mean, it's just something that you gotta deal with sometime, and people don't understand that. You know, that's why you see a lot of these cars, these guys be driving on a fucking trailer, because the car is not as streetable as you think. Yeah, he get it around and drive it in a little fucking parking lot at a car show or whatever, but it's not in stop and go traffic. So I'm gonna try to tweak it as much as I can, best as I can, and after that, I'll send it home to him. But don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, gang. It's Willie Rebuild over and out, baby.